When you think of predators, I know the first thing that comes to your mind, children or animals. But did you ever think that adults could be predators that prey upon other adults? Let that sink in. And when I say prey upon other adults, I'm talking prey upon other adults in, wait for it, the BDSM kink community. Yeah, it's one of those things that make you go, what the? I did a podcast on predators. And since doing the podcast, I've talked to people. I have given a TED talk on predators. I have done some more research in talking to people and just doing some reading. But I finally grouped the predators into different categories. So check this out. You have the collector. The collector seeks out as many people as he and or she can get to go along with what they say and follow them. So when people speak ill of them, these people that they have collected who hang on their every word will refute the negative that is being said. Think about that. Then you have the isolator. Now, see, the isolator can be a little bit tricky because the isolator says that I'm your everything. But so do these other ones that are in categories. But the isolator talks you into leaving groups alone. Talks you into being in communication with people who they know will go against everything that they are telling you that is right. And then they will accuse you of bringing negative things on yourself. Because you didn't listen to me, because I am the authority on this, and you decided to do that. This is why the outcome is such. You did this, not me. I told you what to do. I told you what not to do. You chose to listen to yourself, your inner voice, versus listen to me because I am the all-seeing, all-knowing. So in other words, the isolator is saying, you know what? You get what you get because you didn't listen to me. And they will accuse you and try to convince you that people are looking at you in a negative light. They're talking about you in a negative light. The goal is to keep you away from the community. Then you have the dependent. The dependent person needs to be your source of information. Their way of thinking and doing things should be your way of thinking and doing things. You don't have an opinion. They are God, and you are to worship them in every facet of the word. And this is without a dynamic. And notice I've not said anything about negotiation, Because a predator doesn't really negotiate, y'all. A predator just seeks and destroys. They watch you. They watch what you do, watch what you say, watch who you're hanging out with. They pay attention to you. And they play upon what they conceive to be your weakness. Let me say it again. They prey upon and play upon what they conceive to be your weakness. Think about that. So the dependent wants you to depend on them for all things, all seeing, all knowing. Whatever they say is law, you don't disagree, because their way of thinking is now your way of thinking. Their way of doing is now your way of doing. You all have become one of the mind. But when you wake up, you're accused of giving mixed signals. Think about that. You running hot and cold. Wait a minute, what you mean? Yesterday you did this, and today you doing it. But they forget that I have a right to change my mind, and there's this lovely word that we use in the BDSM community called consent. They forget that. Then you have you can ask, but I won't tell predator. This person shrugs off conversations when they have to be honest about themselves. Anything outside of you, they don't want to talk about. What you need to know about that for? I got this under control. Now he or she don't need to know that. You're like, well, I know you got a partner. Can we all sit down and talk so that we all can be on the same page? No, we good. We're poly. He or she, they know what I got going on. I know what they got going on. What's understood don't have to be explained. Say what? What's understood does not have to be explained. That's their answer, because they want you to believe that they have taken care of everything on their end and everything is a go until and even after. Think about it. You and this person are kicking it, and y'all end up in a play space together. Their partner has no clue that they have somehow entered a dynamic with you. And you're wondering why said partner is looking at you lopsided, because you knew that they were in some type of situationship, relationship, dynamic, whatever, because you've observed them too. But you didn't know the depth of what was going on. And they didn't disclose that depth of what was going on. So now you got somebody looking at you all lopsided and crazy. But you've asked for a conversation between the three of y'all. And they've insisted, I got this. Now we good. They know, no, you're going to let me handle that. That ain't for you to do. That I got this. Red flag. Beep, beep. Pump the brakes. Red flag. Okay? So, they shrug off the conversation that has to do with them being honest about themselves and their relationships. They won't even admit what they have going on outside of you. It's all in your head. You're doing too much. Okay, so you're going to believe what X, Y, and Z is saying, look, predators are a form of abusers. And when it comes to BDSM, they are here. They are present. That's why vetting is so important. And as a friend of mine said, don't just ask them questions, and don't just ask people who are in the inner circle with that person. Ask people who are not in the inner circle. Like if you're at a club and you got a membership and you and this person getting along just fine, and everybody around them seems to be getting along just fine with them, and nobody has anything negative to say about this person, go ask them folks over there who've not played with this person, or maybe played with this person in the past. Go ask them folks over there who just sit and watch this person when they sing. Because see, that's when you're going to get your honest opinions. Oftentimes, people who travel in the same circles doing the same thing with the same people, they're not going to be honest. Because the last thing a lot of people in the BDSM and kink community want to do is say something bad about somebody and have them leave the community. Because y'all know what happens. I leave, I'm taking 2 or 3 with me. They're going to take 2 or 3 with them. And they're going to take 2 or 3 with them. Again, another form of predator behavior. So, if you want to learn more about predator behavior, tune into my podcast. It's on Spotify, The Sensual Garden. Drop me an email. You have questions, comments, concern. thesensualgarden@gmail.com. I'm also on Anchor, and there is a comment and Q&A section. By all means, hit me up. Check out my Patreon page, The Sensual Garden. I am on Facebook, Sensual Seductress. I'm on Instagram, _sensual_garden. Twitter, The Sensual Garden. Nope, still don't know how to use Snapchat. Sorry. Don't know how to use it. And TikTok, The Sensual Seductress 69. So hit me up. You want to do some intimacy coaching? Yep, I do that too. You need to book a fun party? I got you. You need some adult pleasure enhancers? I got you. thesensualgarden.com. Until next time, keep it safe, keep it sane, and please keep it consensual. And remember, this is a big community, but it's also a small community. And it's up to us to look out for one another. Doesn't matter what role, what race, what sexual background, what gender you're claiming. We have to look out for each other. And with that, I am, y'all didn't know I changed my name, Mistress Alluring, aka The Sensual Seductress. Until next time.